Dear colleagues and supporters in North America, it's a pleasure to address you today, and sad that even though I'm just outside Washington, I can't actually be with you in person. As you know, the ERC was created with a mission to strengthen scientific excellence in Europe. In the early 2000s, top European scientists mobilized and asked the European Union to rethink the foundations of its R&D policy. Europe needed more investments in fundamental research if it wished to keep ahead in a world of growing scientific and technological competition. In 2007, the establishment of the ERC was the result of the scientific community's demands. The ERC was the first EU instrument that supported bottom-up, investigator-driven research of the highest quality, selected through a Europe-wide competition. In the ERC evaluation, excellence has always been the only selection criterion. Europe has an interest in increasing the participation of US researchers in the ERC calls. The ERC has measures in place to encourage applications from all over the world. Perhaps not many of you know that non-European researchers wishing to move to Europe with an ERC grant enjoy a number of concessions. You can keep 50% affiliation to your host institution in the US. You can ask up to €1 million top up to cover the expenses of establishing a new research lab in Europe. As of today, almost 400 US nationals resident in Europe hold an ERC grant. Most of them already resided in Europe at the time of application, but around 70 moved to Europe with an ERC grant. It is remarkable that if one looks at the nationality of our grantees, there are more US nationals among them than Swedish or Austrian ones. In addition, 13 US researchers have won ERC grants as members of Synergy grant teams. As you know, these grants allow one PI in the group to be based outside Europe or an associated country. As a result, we have a core group of excellent US scientists who are ERC grantees in leading universities in the US. Since 2012, more than 80 US researchers have joined ERC teams for short periods in the framework of the visiting scheme between the ERC and the National Science Foundation, the so-called implementing arrangement, which allows people to spend time in ERC labs in Europe. This is great, but it could be even better. And we would like to cooperate with more US researchers. And this is why, to help with EURAXESS today, we hold regular information meetings with the US research community. I believe that this large group of US researchers, including ERC grantees in Europe and the US, and those who have visited ERC teams, are a valuable resource to multiply the future opportunities of scientific collaboration between outstanding scientists in the two continents. So I hope to see some of you somewhere again soon, and wish you a nice meeting.